Hello there, gamers. Is everyone doing this wonderful day today? It's Marvel City, guys. It was great. I have the crown. Oh, wonderful. This is a big deal. This is a big deal right here. It's the first one on the server. This is pretty flippin' wild. So, essentially what's going on here is, during the mayor's update, they added this crown to the game. And the crown is upgraded by killing monsters, right? And you have to collect up coins, and it caps out at 1 billion. And it gives you increased damage and magic find for every, like coin that you get. And apparently it's good. I don't really know though. Is it better than Warren's helmet? I'm not sure. I assume these guys know, but I don't want to know because I want to find out for myself. So this individual in front of me has a 1 billion coin crown. I assume it's the first one created on the server. I'm going to borrow it from him. I'm going to trade him 200 million and my priceless the fish with my name on it because that's what they want. And that's fine with me. And then I'm going to use it and we're going to test it against a Warren's helmet. And hopefully it's flipping crazy because that'll be cool if it's crazy. From a game design perspective, I feel like it should be better than a Warren's helmet considering the amount of time that it takes to do this. Because this guy told me that it took him 180 hours to create this helmet. That's like a lot of time to make one single helmet. This is also the first time an item with my name on it is leaving my profile. 1 billion coins exactly. Dang, but I'm going to scuff it though. Is that going to be bad if like when I scuff it? Jeez. Wait, but once I kill a mob, then it scuffs it, right? Oh, it's capped at 1 bill, so it doesn't go above it at all? Okay, okay. Do you get the coins as mob loot after it caps? Oh, does this thing eat the coins? Like you don't even get them? It goes into it? How many different people contributed to this helmet? And what is like the meta way to do the coins? Is it ghosts? Is that what you do? You just do ghosts for 180 hours wearing the helmet? We had 8 total people. That's pretty wild. Is this the first one on the server? It is in fact the first one. That's very cool. Is it time? This helmet right here? I have my inventory of pretty cool items, right? I have the, like the 2 best helmets in the entire game, the Wardens and the 15-star Crimson helmet, and then this thing. We need to compare them. We need to test them against, these 3 items right here. So what's like the best way to go about doing this? Because I feel like when I do damage tests, it's like just hitting a zombie in the hub. Like, is that really the best way to damage test these? Or like, do I need to go further and like test it on some, different mobs? I assume I'm just going to swap the helmet and keep on Crimson. So wear Crimson and then swap between these 3. Hopefully it's good. Like I feel like it should be good, right? I don't actually know. The guy who I'm borrowing it from, or the group that I'm borrowing it from, one of them has a YouTube channel and he made his own video about it. I'll put it in the pinned comment on this video. It takes 180 hours to make this thing. Average is 600 mil, so it's obviously a very expensive helmet. And then you have to get it has to collect up 1 billion coins. That's like a lot, right? That's 180 hours of killing ghosts or whatever. So like that's a big deal. So like Warren's is half of that. This is a very expensive helmet though. Net worth value is 2.4 billion. When I do Blaze Slayer, people say use Wardens, but I use Crimson Helmet because Wardens cut your speed in half. So, Crimson Helmet's really nice because it doesn't cut the speed in half. So I wonder, is this going to be like new best in slot for Blaze Slayer, maybe? Something like that? The Midas is probably the go-to weapon for damage testing these days now, right? Because it's better than the Claymore. I feel like we try and do like a little variety. I think that I want this dagger as well, and I'll hit a Blaze too. I think that's the way to go. What are my stats right now? 2,300 strength, 1,800 crit damage. The crit damage can be higher, but I can't do anything to get it higher though. So I think we're like, I don't think it gets much better than that. What is this right here? Midas, 2.41. Okay, Wardens with the Midas. Bang, 2.569 versus this. 2.48. Dang. Okay. So Warren's is like a full, how much percent is that? Like 1 or 2, 3? Warren's is definitely like a jump better for sure. I feel like, for how expensive this helmet is and the amount of time that it takes to get in, like they should have balanced it so that it's just make it just like a little bit better, not worse. Worse is super dumb for being twice as expensive as a Warden's and takes 180 hours to max. Like the helmet's useless, right? What was even the point of adding this to the game? It's too expensive and takes too long to max in exchange for less damage. What the flipping game design is that? Guess let me go test on a Blaze, but that's flipping like kind of ridiculous. 3.46% better. The Warren's is 3.46% better than the Crown. Let me test it on a Blaze though. Okay, Wardens, I have 200% speed. Bang. 3,015,000. Then I put on this helmet. Let me wait for the stack to go away. And then I'll hit it in the same spot. There should be no Legion. Okay, a little bit less. It's so close. Fabled moment. Oh, shoot. I forgot this thing does have Fabled on it. It's so close, though. Wait. Let me try the Crimson Helmet, because the Crimson Helmet should be worse. It's 100,000 damage difference. I wonder if 100,000 damage is a big enough jump for me to not have to use the axe on the second set of summons for a tier 4 Blaze. Sure looks kind of cool. I think. It looks really weird. Kind of looks like a fish. Why do they add cool items that are hard to get and make it worse than other items? I don't know, man. Even if it's like 1% better, that's, you know, that's fine. 3.5% worse though, it seems really stupid. Okay, I don't care about this first phase right here because these summons I can do really quickly. Like I can kill this one without using the axe and he doesn't go to like the second set of hits. But the second summons, it's extremely close to being able to do it without using the axe. This one right here. Can I kill this Ashen guy right here in one phase wearing this helmet? I can't, so it's flipping dumb. This crown's stupid. It's so close. You said it's 700,000 HP. That's insane how close that is. What would the hell, which should the helmet be worth? Like a valid price for a helmet that takes 180 hours to max. And the thing itself costs 600. So it's 600 to buy it clean. I have an offer for 6 bill. Interesting. Crimson and Crown should be better. Yeah, 15-star Crimson helmet should be better than Warden's too. This helmet's like really expensive. 10 times more than a Warden's. Shooter Dragons. These filled also. One person into me all 8 of those. It's kind of cool. Oh shoot, what the heck? No, it's not. Bruh. What the frick is this? No shot. It dropped like 50%. This is rigged. I thought that was cool. I was like, damn, man, I saved a lot of money buying these. What the heck? They're 12 million? When did you buy them? Yesterday. It hasn't even been 24 hours. The alpha server's up with dies. That's, you know, that's a pretty concerning tagline right there, considering I have, you know, an abundance of coins in dies. So, you know, any changes to dies are always flipping concerning. But there's this thing over here, this new house, right, that added Vincent, or will be adding Vincent once the community project is completed. And you come over here and talk to this guy, and he gives you, you know, a whole bunch of dialogue that I've already clicked through, and then shows you this whole menu with, you know, all the die stuff. And I feel like, you know, this is actually like a very cool update. My only complaint about it is, you know, like they add all these new dies to the game, like 14 of them, and then they also have to go through and apparently change the drop rates of the old ultra rare dies. I don't really like understand how that makes the video game better. It's one thing to add new dies to the game like they've done, like there's so many of them now. That's like super cool, and like make those common and accessible to like, you know, the general player base. That's totally fine. But like, why do you also have to screw with the drop rates of the ultra rare dies? Like I don't understand how that possibly makes the video game better. Like if they want players to be able to get like a light blue die that resembles the iceberg, can't you just add a new die that like is similar to this hex and leave the iceberg alone? Like why do you have to change the drop rate and where iceberg dies come from? How does that make the game better? Why can't the iceberg die just remain the exact same that it is right now, and then they just add a new die completely that's similar to this color and have it drop from these two places? It's just like them going out of their way to anger the ultra rich players who spent like 30 billion on creating like a Celeste Necron set. Now, you know, the drop rate, like I don't know how much higher this is compared to what it was before, because before it only came from wolves, now it comes from the Slayer. So like I feel like it's higher no matter what. I mean, 1 million is still like really crazy. It's still going to be extremely expensive and rare, but like, can't you just create a new blue die and just leave the Celeste alone? I don't understand why it has to be this specific item has to be changed. It's just gonna, you know, lower the value of the sets that players spent 30-40 billion on to make their really nice Necron sets and their really nice, you know, Crimson sets and stuff like that. I just don't really understand the game design, how it makes the video game better. I would understand it if dies were like a critical progression item and they feel that it's unfair that there's like very few of them and it's the rich players that have them, but it's a cosmetic. Players don't need them. It like you can complete the game without having them. It's just something you'll lose from your die collection. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. I'm more worried about what other players are going to lose. I just feel bad for the people who spend 50 billion on a Celeste set for it to just become worth, you know, however much less. It's just for no reason. It just doesn't make the game better. It adds no value. It's just unfortunate for those players. I don't really care how much my net worth drops. I have like such a ridiculous amount of coins, and not concerned about my net worth. I'm concerned about the you know, the other players who spent a lot of time trying to get the coins to be able to buy those ultra rare dyed armor sets, all just for the value to come down with no value added to the video game. This is like very cool with just the one thing, like why do you have to mess with the old dies? Otherwise, this is extremely cool. Die investor assuming maybe not though. Sometimes this stuff is weird and like, you know, it could cause the price of the dice to go up. Like this might mean that Celeste dice are more rare. I have no idea. Celeste is a weird one. The iceberg situation sucks. Carmine die I think is the same. I wonder if Magic Find only affects it if it has the chance on it or like something weird like that. There is an argument argument to be made about the supply and demand dynamic being so imbalanced with dies, where more of them being dropped causes the price to go up. That's what's happened in the past. There being so few of some dies in the game has caused the price to be really low. Like, I remember there's this guy Zadrux. Zadrux was trying to sell a Celadon die. I think he has it right here. He was trying to sell the Celadon die for months and months and months and months, and the highest bid that he got was 500 mil, because there's only one of them in the game and nobody could get the other two to complete the set, so nobody even wanted it to begin with. So now this die is worth, you know, whatever the last one sold for, something really, really big, but he couldn't even sell it for 500 mil, right? Like, nobody would even pay higher than 500 mil for it. So there's something to be said about more dies coming to the game causing the price to go higher, because it then allows players to complete sets of them. Or like Emerald die being 1 in 5 mil, going from 1 in 8 mil to 1 in 5 mil literally could cause the price to go up, because it'll be more accessible for players to get it. But it's not like super accessible. It's still extremely rare. What's the die bucket thing? It gives you talisman. I assume you just come over and turn in like a holly die and you'll get a talisman. One sec, let me do it really quick. I assume you can put in anything. Like, you definitely don't have to use like a flipping bazillion coin die. Also, I like this a lot. Look at how it all just updated right there to like the new things. That's super, super cool. These are much nicer looking icons. So if I click this and donate a holly die, I'm gonna get a talisman. Bucket of die, uncommon accessory, holly die donated, very cool. Increase the chance of dropping dice by 1%, cool tally, yeah. Cool, they removed bomb defuse. It's kind of funny. Made it so midnight die can actually be dropped. 100% signature chance, not allowing you to roll for dies. This is going to make aquamarine dies much more common and iceberg dies much more common, which is fine if they just, you know, left the original rates the same.